Cravings are not real. The cravings are not real.
The cravings are not real.
Okay? It's your mind trying to psych you out from reaching your goal. You started this fast, you gonna finish this fast. I believe in you.
To the waves on the coast, to the flames cast my bone. To the waves on the coast, to the flames cast my bone.
What's good, tribe? It's the Hood Alchemist. It's your girl, the Hood Alchemist. It's your girl, the Hood Alchemist. It's your girl, the Hood Alchemist here to bring you the art of transformation infused with so much flavor and so much culture. Yes, that's right, flavor and culture, y'all. Welcome to my channel. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button, like this video, and turn your notifications on so you can keep receiving more healing and flavorful content. What's good, y'all? What's good? How are you today? If you found your way onto this video, it's probably because you have already started a water fast, an extended water fast. And if not, you're either leading up to the days when you are going to start or you're contemplating it. And in this video, I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks on how to survive, how to push through, and how to make it to the end. Because you can do it. So go ahead, get comfortable, because I know you're tired. I know you ain't got a lot of energy. I know you're hungry. I know you. Just grab a cup of water and get ready to get this tea. You just started your water fast. Congratulations. You made it. That's the hardest part. It's just committing and sticking to what you said you were going to do. So you've already reached such a threshold, you know? Enjoy that. Revel in that. Be proud of yourself. You can take your mind off of what exactly it is that you're accomplishing right now. Because we can get locked in our brains. And our brains can create a lot of turmoil and obstacles that we don't necessarily have the time for. And if you're not eating, you don't got the time for it, okay? So the first thing to remember to make this process go a little bit smoother is that fasting is a wellness and a spiritual practice. It is a detox, okay? Yes, you are going to lose weight. Yes, I don't know why I just said it like that. Yes, you are going to lose weight. Yes, you are going to reach those goals that brought you to the fast. But in order for you to complete the fast, you have to remember it is a wellness practice, a spiritual practice. It is a detox. So you have to convince your mind to look at it that way. Losing weight is a symptom, not the goal. Even if that was your original goal, I'm just saying. Fasting is a detox. Therefore, I will lose weight. Period. It's not nothing to think about. It's not nothing to try to calculate. You don't need to be hopping on the scale every day trying to figure out how much do I weigh now? How much do I weigh now? Oh my gosh, I haven't lost any weight in 3 days. That is not healthy to your fasting experience, okay? So say it with me. Fasting is a detox. And because of this detox, I'm going to lose weight. That's your mantra, okay? Reprogram your mind to get with the program so that you can embrace the fullness of what it is that you have decided to embark upon. You have to shift your brain to remember the real purpose and the real reason that led you to the water fast. Even if it was to lose weight, subconsciously there was something in your mind telling you that your body needed a fresh start, needed a reboot, needed to rest. So honor that. Honor that process, okay? Honor it. The next thing that I want to share with you is that fasting is 3 parts. It's the mind, the body, and the spirit. A lot of times when people commit to doing a water fast, they're focused solely on the physical aspect. And yes, just like I was saying in the tip before, physical things will happen to your body. You will lose weight. You will detox. You will purge. But if you are not honoring all components, then again, you will be setting yourself up for a disservice in a lot of ways. And you'll be creating obstacles that aren't necessarily needed in the process. So say it with me. Fasting is a 3-part process. You have to be willing to commit to your mind, your body, and your spirit. You have to be willing to allow your mind, your body, and your spirit to become a part of your water fasting process. You cannot neglect any parts of yourself and expect to still have a holistic experience. it also makes it a lot easier for your results to echo into the future and to last if you do the work mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, and not just focusing on one aspect of what it means to water fast. I feel like I look crazy. I don't know where I'm looking. I'm looking here, I'm looking there, I'm like, what am I looking at? With that being said, once you've stopped eating and are only consuming water, the physical component of your fast has already begun. You don't need to focus on that anymore. You don't need to think about it. You don't need to figure out if you're doing it right. All you need to worry about is consuming a minimum of 1 gallon of water a day. That's what I suggest. That's what I did during my water fast. I drank 1 gallon of distilled water each day. And some days I wouldn't drink the whole gallon, but I would only have maybe about this much left because that's how important it was. So remember, once you've already started and committed and haven't ate anymore, the physical component is already there. Now you have to leave space for what else is going to come up. The mental, the emotional, and spiritual aspects. You have to tell yourself, once you've started, once you've passed that day without food, you are already detoxing. You are already doing it. You are already losing weight. You're already doing it. Right now, as you're watching this moment, in this very second, you're already doing it. So take the pressure off of yourself. You know, don't find reasons to need to go. I mean, obviously, I want you to go on YouTube and look up videos or you wouldn't be here. But don't send yourself down a rabbit hole that isn't necessary for the process. If you spend too much of your time worrying about your fast and worrying about results and worrying about seeing the process happening, it's gonna give your ego the space to create obstacles that you will have to overcome. You don't want to sabotage yourself during this process. You want to take it one day at a time, one sip of water at a time, and just remember the reason why you chose to do it. Remember that you are detoxing. Remember that it is a process. It is a journey, not a destination. Speaking of detox, you're going to have a lot of detox symptoms. Now, they vary for every person because fasting affects everyone's bodies differently. Your experience isn't going to be the same as your partner's experience or as your cousin or your brothers or your friends. Even if you're doing it with people, you're not going to have the same experience. So you have to recognize and really be able to use the water fast as a time to listen to your body. This is the time for you to tune in, for you to hear what your body is trying to tell you, and for you to really recognize what's real inside of your own body. You know? So I'm just going to list off a few of the detox symptoms in case you're experiencing them right now and wondering, is this normal? Should I stop? Do I need to eat? Am I dying? No, just chill. Drink some water. So some of the symptoms you could be experiencing would be bad breath. You don't eat, you got toxins and coming up out of you, it's gonna stink. I'm just saying. Obviously you could brush your teeth, maybe even if you wanted to, take sage, make a tea out of it, boil it and you know, swish your mouth out with that. Stuff like that helps, but your breath's gonna stink. It's part of the process. Just drink more water, try to stay hydrated. Another thing that could happen is that your tongue is going to get a white film over it, and it's just going to, again, it's all the toxins pulling out of your body, and they're going to come out in all the ways that they can. So just be patient with yourself. You know, don't get too focused on your appearance. Don't get too focused on not feeling as clean as you want to. You know, it's all a part of the process. So bad breath, white film in your mouth, definitely normal if you're doing a water fast. Other symptoms that you might experience: dizziness, headaches. Some people have headaches, some people don't. You can experience dizziness and lightheadedness just because your body is so light. You about to be light body. Like you about to be out here floating, okay? So it's gonna make you feel like, oh my gosh, you know? Don't let that throw you off. Do not let that deter you. That is a part of the process, okay? You will feel a little dizzy. You will feel a little lightheaded, but it is okay. Nausea is also a thing that happens. People get nauseous. Even with you not eating for a long time, your stomach is trying to push the toxins out. So throwing up might be a part of the process. if that does happen to you, just try to hydrate yourself more. If you get into a really tough situation and you feel like you need to keep something on your belly, fresh juice, fresh squeezed juice that you squeezed yourself or that you know was freshly freshly squeezed, freshly squeezed. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Drink a little bit. Don't drink a whole thing. Don't go out and get a gallon. Just take a little bit, you know. Orange juice, any type of fresh juice, to be honest. Watermelon juice is really good because it's high in water. So it's essentially like you're drinking water, you know. But also I would suggest herbal teas with just a little bit of honey. Like if you've been feeling a little woozy or whatever, and you maybe want to start your day off with just a little cup of herbal tea with a little honey in it, just to give your body some flavor, you know, that is okay. That is not considered breaking your fast. If you need to do that, don't beat yourself up. Don't feel like you have to start over from the beginning. It's all a part of the process, you know. Again, just drink your water and chill. Drink water, drink water, drink some hope, drink some hope. So we covered bad breath, we covered the white film in your mouth, dizziness, nausea, feeling lightheaded, headaches possibly. Another thing that can happen is you could get rashes, you could break out, you could get bumps. Again, your skin is the biggest organ on your body. So if you're doing a detox, you have to trust and believe that it's going to show on your skin as well. So if you start looking like you did when you were in high school or when you hit puberty for the first time, it's okay. If you got bumps in places that, you know, you don't want to tell nobody or show nobody, it's okay. It's a part of the process. You are healing. Your body is detoxing right now. You are experiencing transformation from within, you know. So it's got to go through the process. It's got to be able to let it out. It's got to let it out. So you just drink your water and chill. The other symptom that I know is probably should have been number one on the list, but that is probably affecting everyone and that you're probably not even looking at as a symptom, is cravings. Yes, y'all, cravings is a symptom, and I know you experiencing them right now. When I did my water fast, I had insomnia and I spent so many nights watching cooking shows, making up recipes, imagining all the stuff that I was going to cook when I could eat again. But I also realized that I didn't actually want those things, because after about day 4 of my 30-day water fast, which if you haven't checked that video out, please go check that out on my page, my 30-day water fast before and after story time. You don't want to miss it. I'm dropping some jewels in there. And like this video while you're at it. During my water fast, I spent the bulk of it before I could accept what I was actually doing, I spent a lot of time looking at food. It's a part of the process. You're going to have cravings. But once you accept and understand that cravings are a symptom, it is a mental thing, you'll be okay. You'll be able to let it pass. It's okay. It's just a symptom. The cravings are not real. The cravings are not real. The cravings are not real, okay? It's your mind trying to psych you out from reaching your goal. You started this fast. You gonna finish this fast. I believe in you. Which brings me back to another point. And I know I keep saying this, but you have to remember, fasting is not just your body. Your mind is fasting as well. So even when you have cravings coming up, you have to allow yourself to get to the root of why I'm feeling this way. You know, a lot of times when we crave food, it's usually connected to our gut, you know, in a way that is connected to our feelings and not just I'm hungry. It's not connected to your need to like nourish yourself. It's connected to your need to feel something inside of you. Most people feel empty, so they eat their feelings, you know. Even if you're not overweight, there's still ways to be an emotional eater, you know. So you have to really allow the fasting process to give you time to really sit with why you do the things you do, how you do the things you do, when you choose to do the things you do, you know. Your mind is fasting as well. Embrace that process.
Embrace that process.
Can y'all hear the thunder? It's raining here in the jungle. You know, I usually have my natural light, but I had to switch it up for this video because We ain't had no rain in the rain game, so I'm thinking, you know, holy. Not really. Thinking about your mind fasting as well, and thinking about fasting being 3 parts, mind, body, and spirit, you have to remember that what is coming up is meant to be processed now. Even if it's old, even if it's stuff that you already thought you were over, that you already thought you healed from, you are going through a full body transformation, and everything, I mean everything that needs to go is coming up to go. So you gotta be willing to surrender
And let it go.
Let it go. Allow this process to really give you the time and space to see what mindsets, what mentalities are no longer serving you. What do you no longer need to move forward with you once you have crossed that threshold of finishing your fast? Because you're going to finish it. I believe in you, you know? So give yourself the time and space to, again, like I said, process, process, process. Let go, let go, let go. Surrender, and surrender some more, and go deeper. You got the space to. You're not eating. What else is you going to do? And my last tip for this video is that water fasting is going to force you to have to create solitude for yourself. You have to be willing to allow yourself to sit with yourself, because stuff's going to come up. You also have to be willing to be able to not put yourself in spaces and situations that are going to tempt you and challenge you and drain you. You know, because right now you are in a very fragile and spiritual state. You are in a healing state. You know, you wouldn't take a person who was healing from something and put them in a room full of craziness and like just all this negative energy, and like, you know, like this is the time to be good to yourself completely. Don't put yourself in spaces where people's attitudes and drama is just gonna be overflowing. Don't put yourself in spaces where people is at a buffet and you know unless you got the willpower to do so. Because I sang at a whole wedding during my water fast and didn't eat, but I took a plate home and froze it because I was like, when this is over, I'm gonna eat. You have to be willing to be vulnerable with yourself and be real with yourself. If you know that you can't take being around your friends, drinking and doing whatever, then give yourself this space and this time to create some solitude for yourself. Ask yourself, how new is this? How often do I do this? How often do I actually let myself sit with myself on purpose? Not because I'm punishing myself, not because something's wrong, not because everybody left me, but because I actually need the time and the space to heal, to remember, to catch up, and to come back to myself. So allow this water fasting process to give you the solitude and the retreat that your spirit and your inner child and you know, like, you have been crying out for, you know? And if you don't feel like you've been crying out for that, ask yourself, like, do I have enough? Is this balanced in my life? And if it is, that's what's up. Congratulations to you. But I know most people have a hard time sitting with themselves. Most people have a hard time speaking up for when they need to take that time for themselves. So water fasting is the perfect excuse. If you've been waiting to ghost people and to just be caught up in your own world, use this time as the time to do that. But also in doing that, allow yourself to be real with yourself. Allow yourself to be vulnerable with yourself. Don't run from yourself. Face yourself. Because if you run now, I mean, it's just going to catch back up with you later. I just wanted to give some encouragement and to just remind you all to keep pushing forward. There are other people in the world right now who are going through this process with you, who have done it before, you know, and you can do it. You can make it. Just allow yourself to connect to the energy that feeds you and that supports you and gives you what you need during this time. What day are you on of your water fast? How is it going so far? Have you experienced any of the symptoms that I've mentioned? Any of the feelings or any emotions coming up for you? Are you learning stuff about yourself that you just didn't know or that you didn't want to know? Like, what is it? Like, let me know in the comments. I want to hear your stories. I want y'all to talk to each other. I want y'all to vibe, because what you're doing, as much as you need solitude, you also need the right type of energy to engage and feed you at this time. So make sure you get that for yourself, you know? I'm grateful for y'all. Keep going. You are loved. You are so capable and worthy. You can do this. You are doing this. You are doing this. And remember, if you haven't already, subscribe to my channel, like this video, turn your notification bell on, and check out my other videos, okay?
And we out. And we out. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink some more. Drink some more. Drink your water. Drink your water. Drink your water. Bye, y'all.
To the waves, I'm a coast, to the flames, that's my bone.